Hey guys, Ash here coming at you today in Watcher of Realms. I am not alone. Just when I thought I was out, he pulled me back in. It is Fastidious on the channel. Fastidious, welcome back, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, man. And I like this being a weekly thing. You know, I was here last Wednesday. I'm here this Wednesday. I don't know when it's going to come out, but yeah, you can just book me for a weekly spot. Why not?
Soon, man. It's going to come out soon. And yes. I'm excited for this one. The video that we did last week was so popular. You going through basically heroes that I had geared wrong, incorrectly. And it
Your
also
idea.
giving me some like targets to focus where my stamina, whatever. Like, for example, you told me I needed to work on GR3 and artifact material raid. Well, I had already cleared artifact material raid, but you're like, dude, your artifacts suck. You said it kindly, more kindly than that, but you're like, you need to work on farming there. A lot of stamina. So I put in like 25k stamina or whatever over the last week, and I feel like I'm getting there. You know, you're playing my account today, so this is weird for me. I'm playing host, but you're actually the pilot, so to speak. You're going to help me through GR3, which is great because there's GR3 special event coming on right now. Yep, there you are, Ash YouTube. So before we started filming this, right, you went in and you re-geared everybody. So like the first thing that I noticed is like, man, I guess it takes a lot. I guess my gear either really sucks or it takes, sometimes if you want to clear a stage, it's not like the easiest advice, but sometimes you just need to mule all your best gear on to that team, and that's it, because you wrecked everything, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, you know, Ash, you've got a beautiful account, beautiful heroes, and you even have some really nice gear. The gear needs work. That's why we're doing this.
But first, real quick, guys, I want to give a massive shout out to today's video sponsor. It's 8th Era. Now, before you even think about skipping this ad, give me 2 seconds here. Give me 10 seconds here. This is a great opportunity for you guys. It's getting in on the ground floor of an alpha version of a new game in this genre that's coming soonish, hopefully around this year, but you can get involved right away, right? It's a mobile turn-based RPG. Again, 8th Era. You can see some of the art here. I've been working with this company for a while, and let me tell you, it's the Nice Gang, and they are, well, they're really nice. They're really nice. They care about the community, and they want your feedback, okay? Go on to the website. I'll have it linked in the show notes below, in the pinned comment. Go in there and sign up for the 8th Era Alpha in January 2024, and you can win exclusive physical rewards. So just go ahead and enter your email. You'll be in the Alpha. Now, the first 50 players to successfully complete all stages in the new Alpha, right, in normal and hard difficulties, will receive an exclusive limited edition coin by mail. Now, unfortunately, this only applies to North American players out there. North American iOS for the alpha, okay? But check this out, guys. I got my hands on one. It's really cool. They give you this minted coin if you're one of the first 50 players, which is awesome. And you'll have the opportunity to provide feedback on the game and really start to shape a game that, who knows, you could be really seriously hooked into in the future later on this year and beyond, right? So again, taking a look at some of the art here, it's a mobile turn-based RPG, as I already mentioned. It takes place 10,000 years in the future, which is really cool. It's just got like an interesting storyline that I have not previously seen in the genre. You have to take down a super evil supercomputer, the Harmony AI that reigns supreme over the world. Wow, that strikes a very realistic chord that could absolutely be the future, maybe even beyond, or maybe even much sooner, I should say, than 10,000 years in the future. And again, guys, be on the lookout for this game. Even if you're outside NA or an Android user, be on the lookout, because I have a feeling this will be the first, but far from the last time that you hear of this game. Thank you so much, 8th Era, for sponsoring today's video.
If you're trying to push content and you're not like super over prepared for it, like you should have done it months ago, you are going to have to do this thing, like you said, mule and swap everything around. Keep in mind, you don't have to be sweaty and be a crazy person like me, where I do this in multiple pieces of content every day, or some people who do it in every piece of content every day just to min-max. But if you're going to make that big push, you know, it's going to be once a month or once every couple weeks, you're like, now I can go to the next stage. I highly suggest you do this, because as you guys are going to see, we haven't run it yet. I already did the re-gear. I can show you guys before or after, whatever you want to see, Ash. But 320 we're going to get for sure. 321, I don't know. You know, and I really min-max this to the best of my ability.
And I have every hero known to man. Not really. I'm missing a few. It goes to show, though, that having every hero is not it's really gear intensive, you know, this game, you know?
Absolutely.
And I didn't have one of your favorites in Autumn. I accidentally sold her. So, and I made such a big deal about pulling her in my last summoning. I'm like, this is going to be great for GR3. So we're using Elowen instead of her here.
What a lame free to play swap. We had to take out the rare for Elowen A4.
And most of all, I want this video to be to appeal to everybody. So regardless if you have all of the heroes, maybe you can give us substitutions or talk more about the roles that they're in. But I kind of want to hand it to you, man. Do you want to mention any of the heroes? Do you want to just jump in? I think it'd be good to kind of mention the gearing and kind of what you went for stat-wise, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We can do that first. I will say, if people want a free-to-play option, we talked about this before, I'll do a little plug. Right before we got on filming, I did release my no lords, no legendaries, four rares and 6 epics. That's it. Free-to-play comp for $3.19. So people can check that out as well. I'll also give all those substitutions. So maybe we could start right off with Autumn. We're bringing Elwyn, who is a totally different hero than Autumn. I mean, they're both healers, but with strong utility. Autumn does very little healing in her own right, but she's a big buffer. So it's very easy to skill her up. She's rare. Everyone that's been playing for a while has more rare skill crystals and skill dust than they could ever know what to do with. Max her out. It's 30% increased crit rate, 60% increased crit damage. He has a very high rage regen auto, a very low cost. It's only 800. So you can pop that all the time, and it makes the building your other heroes really easy. Or for late game stuff like this, it's a really nice ult to control to get a big boost from Idril's passive and to give your big DPSs another 60% crit damage, which is going to be the difference for this late game content. However, we're bringing Elwyn and we're bringing Hollow, and we're just going to try to get as much rage regen going as possible. I can show all the builds now if you want, but maybe I could just highlight the 2 main ones, or what do you think is best?
Yeah, let's go ahead and highlight the 2 main ones. Let's jump in, and we'll talk about kind of the strategy in general, and then we'll review everything at the end.
Totally. Yeah. So we've got Silas and Idril are going to be our primary DPS. You'll see I do this like diagonal strategy where normally I stagger Dolores and then another person. So here we'll use Elwyn. Usually I'll use Autumn. And then the other diagonals are going to be Idril and Silas. And the benefit of that is they both can benefit from all the utility and buffs that the other 2 corners are providing. You'll see it when it makes sense. So those are our 2 main heroes. It's going to be Silas and Idril. Let me actually sort by Piercer just to make this a little faster. You can see I had to go broken set. Really good gear. You know, we've got some great ancient pieces here, but we did have to go broken set, and I didn't even get him to crit cap. That's where, you know, Autumn would have been amazing. However, I'm willing to take that risk because your Silas is going to pop off. He's at A2, and that A1, he's going to get a lot of extra attack speed during his ultimate. So that's a concession I was willing to make sure we hit all these numbers. So some nice ballparks. You want at least 9.5K attack. However, with Silas, if you can't get that crit through the roof, which we basically did, I was going for like 400%. But
what is it at right now? Your head's blocking it, Yep,
got that big dome.
Wow, that is. But no, that's a lot of crit damage. All right, cool.
Yeah. And then this attack's gonna be amazing. So honestly, even though we're gonna miss some crits, you're gonna see with our Virna Bond and our A1 Silas, he is A2 also. He's gonna melt stuff. Then we've got Idril. So this is where we had to make another concession because, you know, you were probably right in a fair way. You've done a lot of farming, obviously, on Gear 2. I can tell that. You've got a full Ageless Wrath sit here, but you haven't done much on Gear 3. And my guess is you did 221, but you were on 319. So you're like, I'll just focus on the 21, which makes sense. 100%. However, the best in slot for Idril would be Infernal Roar, and we don't have it. But that's why, if anyone doesn't know, this video is either going to come out, I guess, today or tomorrow because we have the new event coming out. That's why I was saying, let's do this push for you, where it's going to be 17 cost entrance in terms of stamina for Gear 3, and there'll be boosted rates on a few sets, but namely Infernal Roar. So once you get that, that will be amazing for Idril, but we did have to make that concession. However, I did gear her first. Again, we couldn't crit cap, but we came pretty close. Attack speed's not exactly where I'd like it. Normally I like her at a 1.1, 1.2, 1.0, it would be amazing, but we did want that crit damage through the roof. And then this is a big tip that I can give you, Ash, and maybe your viewers. You actually, because we're pairing her with Dolores, we don't need that much attack, right? Because we're going to get such a big lending of attack from Dolores with her inspiration. On top of that, we've got Dolores in an Invig set, and we're going to make sure that lands on Idril. It should be pretty darn good. If you look at artifacts, we gave her this Idril Gaze as well, so she can ignore defense. So actually, when this ever triggers, and if this is maxed out, she's going to be proccing a lot and ignoring a lot of defense. I guess the final DPSs we have to mention. Nyx, I just went for a nice attack speed, close to crit, some crit damage, some attack. She's not going to get any Dolores. And then we have the amazing Hotsit, who's not going to be a piercer. She's going to be a nightmare unit. Hotsit is crit capped. She's going to be the invisible lady on the right. Not enough crit damage, but the attack does look really, really good. And I love putting this on her because it reduces her HP, but we don't want her to get hit at all. So who cares if her HP is 0? You know, she's going to be invisible. So we just want that extra crit damage.
Only level 25 artifact right there. I think that might be 2. I might have another one. But anyway.
This is a niche one, but it's for this specific thing. I think it's probably best in slot.
Great, great, great. If someone's watching right now and maybe they don't have Silas, for example, can Cetrim slot into where Silas is on a team like this, or who can?
Sure. I think Liam is the best in the game, and you probably don't know who Liam is, right?
I don't know who Liam is. No,
rightfully so, because he's an uncommon. You probably have him. This is
okay.
Liam. So what makes Liam cool? So basically, the way the targeting works is the mobs will target the first place. The boss, like the succubus boss, she targets the last place. As long as he's not the first or last, he won't get targeted. You don't have to worry too much about his build, unless for some reason you set up your comp that there's splash damage. With his skill, with his ultimate, this is a 5-second long poison that can splash around. It can hit a main target and 2 more targets. If you get this guy going rapidly fast, that's probably the closest thing you're going to get, especially on a budget, the best thing you'll ever get. But if you don't have Silas, this is going to be as close as you can get to just steady damage on the boss. And
that's
because
crazy.
he's a piercer, he does benefit from Lunaria's Lord skill, which I'll just mention. We are bringing Lunaria. If you want to see no Lords, you can check out my guide. Wink. But she increases the attack.
We'll have that linked in the description below as well for you guys. I think it's important for all my viewers to see, like, legit. Okay, let's jump into it, dude.
Do it. So we haven't tried these yet. I would say I'm going to be shocked if we don't get 320, 321. We're going to have to see.
Okay.
I'll just talk you through as I go.
Yeah, I'm going to make myself like super small so that way we can see ultimates here.
All right, so first off, we are going to place Idril here, and this is the diagonal I was talking about. This is going to be the Idril box. This is going to be the Silas boss. Immediately, I'm going to place Dolores. She has her invigoration set, so you can see she gives herself a plus 10% attack bonus. This can be farmed from gear 2 19 through 21, and then she places it to 1 random ally in range, but it's not really random, right, if there's only 1 ally in range, so it guarantees that it lands on Idril. Go now, and we're going to get ready with Silas as soon as possible. We'll wait, and you can see Silas doing some pretty solid damage, but if we didn't have broken set, these numbers would be looking a lot more like 40Ks, not 30Ks on some of the normal
Is that
hits.
enough right now? Or are you seeing anything that worries you?
We'll get it.
Okay.
For so far 320, I feel pretty good. You can see the ult's coming up really quick. The bummer is I would love for him to take care of these guys without ulting. We're gonna have to find that out in about a second. However, it's time. All right, let's get ready. So I'm waiting for Idril. We're gonna take advantage of Laurel's passive, which if any ally on the field ult while she's on the battlefield, they're gonna get plus 20% damage when skilled up. When they do their ultimate, when that passive is skilled up, and it lasts for 8 seconds. So we're gonna wait, go. Let's trigger, and then we get a big boost of damage from Idril's passive when another ally anywhere on the map triggers their ultimate. So we time that out. Let's see how Silas is doing over there. He looks pretty good. I think we'll be okay. Yes, he can take care of that mob by himself. That's quite good news. Now this is our first big thing. We're going to trigger Silas now to get a big burst. You'll see the numbers are about to go up. It's going to be tight, but we should get it. Sweaty. Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Yeah! All right, guys, we just cut because we couldn't get it done. My Idril didn't have like a good enough gear, essentially, or whatever, the right set. So you have a plan B here, and it's Dalian.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna use Dallin over here. So basically, we took out Hollow, so we're not gonna go double rage regeneration. What happened was, without having Autumn, we don't have a third ult ready to take advantage of this passive with Idril, which is how she's able to burst down those first 3 mobs, and that's usually the hard part for a lot of these runs. So each time an ally casts their ultimate, the next attack will do 100% increased damage, and airborne units do 70. So I guess it's a penalty to airborne units, but it's a 1.7x multiplier on top of what she would have done. So it's very strong. That burst lets her take out those mobs. So the way we're going to compensate that for is she was getting killed. So now she's not going to be the first place unit. That's what the mobs target. Instead, Dallin will be. Dallin will also have the benefit of giving us some cost. And because of that, you know, Idril will live, and hopefully this is going to be a rip-roaring success. Should we jump in?
Here we go.
So we're going to go for like a quick installed strat by putting down Laurel, picking her up this time, and you're going to see we're going to get a big cost boost from Dallin in just a second. We maxed out her passive to get a nice chunk of cost. There it comes.
From now 7 to 23.
Exactly. We can place, pick it up right there, and now we can get ready to ult. We're going to hold for 1 second until this guy starts coming out. All right, perfect. Trigger. So we have 2 benefits now. We're a little bit ahead of the curve because we got the ults up slightly faster, and these mobs should not be targeting Idril now. They'll target Dallin because she was first placed. So it should help our most important hero, because Idril, believe it or not, is the most important hero for this comp. Or her and Silas, I guess, maybe a tie, but she's essential. Let's wait. All right, so now she's switched. We'll trigger Silas to get the boost. So you'll see the numbers will go up. They're all the way up from 40 to 117. We should just get the kill now. And we got the kill.
We got the kill.
And that was because with the down strategy, we got the cost quicker. So there we go. Let's focus.
Okay,
just an epic hero, right? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so walk us through the rest.
Ready.
Okay, step by step.
Sure. So now it gets tight. So we're gonna wait. I've made a bunch of heroes that can take 1 hit, right? So that's Nyx can take 1 hit without dying. So she's gonna get targeted. She just survives. So now we need to time everything out pretty well, so it's not much of an issue. You can see Idril can take one hit from these side mobs, not the main mobs. We hold, we hold, we hold. I've got an inspiration set, or I should say an invigoration set on Lunaria, so I'm going to place her now. So you can see now Nyx gets the buff, so she's going to take care of the left side like nothing. So they can target Lunaria. If Lunaria dies, we don't care. Her job is already done. We wait, and now I'm just going to time out all these ults and wait out for everything. A big benefit also bringing Eloin. You got these nice heals for your platformers. Not a huge important thing, but it certainly doesn't hurt. Let's get a trigger from Dolores. Let's just keep her cycling. See, down goes Lunaria, but we honestly don't mind. Yep.
Could you use a Maul on the left where Nyx is, or no?
Totally.
Okay.
Maul, Nyx, Razak, Kai.
Yep.
They're all four of them work perfectly fine up through 21. I just find Nyx to be the easiest to use, so she's who I always kind of swear by, Let's wait. So now I put all tanky gear, like some of your best tanky gear, I put over here on Volca. So now she's the last place unit. Her job now is she takes the hits for us, right?
Okay.
So she can take a few hits, and that's basically all we're going to need. Because Silas, once we time it all out, it should be a bit of a melt job. All right, so I'm going to pick up down because I need to save a little. I need to get some more costs going.
Yep.
Or more deployables going. You see we're at 0.
Yep.
Oh yeah, costs, and we're at 0 deployables. So I need to pick her up, and we're going to place hot sit. He's going to go invisibility mode.
And we're waiting on Nyx's ultimate because of Idril?
Idril, exactly. Now Idril's ready, so we can trigger Idril. We're going to pick up 1x is your friend here, guys. And place hot sit down. Almost ready with Dolores. I could have waited slightly longer with Silas, but it's okay. I also could have placed hot sit slightly later. Now we can trigger Nyx. Now we trigger Dolores, and now we should get a nice melt job. Start on 2x. Watch this boss disappear.
Okay.
So slightly early, but we just made it. So now the boss is gone, no more mobs. Those mobs that she puts in front, if you didn't know, they provoke that anyone that they're in range of attacks them. That's why people are thinking Idril has crazy ADHD and can't make up her mind and is so indecisive, because when her ult's up, her range is the whole map. So she's always being provoked if those guys are out. But if the boss is dead, they can't be summoned, she can't be provoked. Very good stuff. So we can pick up Silas because we're going to need him for later. We can pick up Volca because we don't need her. And now we wait. I will say I did mess up placing hot sit this early, but it's all right. We will wait. Should be okay because Idril's nearly ready. If it was 21, it would be pretty sweaty. I will say we might actually be able to get 21. I don't know if we'll have time for it now, but I do think we have a proper shot.
I really want to see if we can get it, but I also have to jump on a work call.
I know. Well, let's get this. So as soon as we can, she's going to get targeted now, but let's trigger. So she got a couple hits out, and that will be enough. But just so people know, I did not do that perfectly. I don't want to pretend I did. We got a trigger from Eloin. That will help. And now we wait. A trick you can do here is let's distract them with Lunaria.
Ooh.
So she slows down a bit. We should just get it. Woo! Very clutch.
Okay.
So at this point, it's kind of autopilot because we just did. If you saw, I didn't mention it, but I put down Laurel and I picked her up. So now these guys did get another 50. So you can see Dolores is almost ready, and when Idril's done, she'll have a nice boost. This guy's going to come out. Idril should be able to just pick him off, but even if not, Silas should be able to help, and she's also about ready. So that's the benefit of what they can still gain rage once the other ult is triggered. So I'm going to actually wait a bit longer. Now we can trigger. As soon as this guy dies, so right about now, I know he's going to die, we can place Silas. Great. Now we can play trigger Nyx, and now we're off to the races. So there's a trigger of Eloin. We didn't need the heals, right? But that does boost the passive. By placing Silas as soon as possible, he's basically almost instantly ready to ult, and now Silas and Idril do Silas and Idril things. And that is 320.
Dude, Fastidious, all hail. Now go subscribe to this man as a reward from us. Thank you, first of all. GG's, well done. Show us the end. I think the damage is going to be pretty obvious here, but show us it anyway.
It's going to be all Silas and Idril, yeah. But you can see Nyx taking care of the left side.
Yeah, Nyx had it on lockdown. She was a beast, yeah.
The reason I love Nyx is, so Razak's equal damage to Nyx, basically, but this is one big burst that you have to time. With Nyx, especially if you have some awakenings into her, it just goes on and on for 30 seconds, her ultimate. So it's just, you can kind of just trigger her whenever you're ready with Idril, and then you forget about her. And she just takes care of business. And for me, I like that plug and play when there's so much other things that demand my attention, Yeah, so that's why I find her my favorite.
All right, guys, I have to go, unfortunately. I really want to see if we can clear stage 21. So Fastidious is going to attempt it and be your special host to end this video. I've never done this in 10 years of YouTube, but you're in very good hands. So Fastidious, good luck, my friend.
Alrighty, you heard the main man. Ash gave me the keys to the castle. We're here on his account. I'm going to try without him. So now he had to go. I'm going to try to get 321. And I will say, guys, the reason we ran out of time, Ash doesn't know I'm going to say this, is because he spent almost an hour just chatting with me about my career and my life and giving me advice. And we got so distracted we couldn't get back on track and we ran out of time. So he's that kind of guy. Ash really is I don't even know if he's going to want to put this in there, if he's going to be embarrassed, but he's even nicer and even more generous with his time and with his personality and with his know-how offline than he is online. We're going to do the same comp. So if it was unclear, there we just pulled it off because we had extra costs. But it was unclear. The reason we're bringing down is twofold, right? We are going to get a cost boost, but also she's now our first place unit. Because of that, those mobs that come from the side and killed Idril in that first failed attempt, now they're going to target Dallin. So you didn't get to see it in action there because it turned out so smooth. But there's other things we can benefit from and we can improve upon, I should say. I placed hot sit way too early because she already her invisibility was up. Thankfully, Idril was able to get the job done. I will also say, if you saw how good our rage was and how comfy it was, that was on the back of Elwyn. So Ash is lucky to have A4 Elwyn, but even A0 Elwyn would be the same thing. Just max out this passive, Nature's Favor. Restores rage every 3 seconds for all allies equal to 3% of their rage cap. It's immense. It comes out to 1% rage a second. It is immense. Combine that with Laurel, combine that with other fun things happening. It's some good stuff. Let's keep going. Let's get in, and maybe we'll first try this. How fun would that be? All right, so there's going to be a lot of 1x here because it's even tighter on 21. We have 31 mobs to worry about now, right? It's a lot harder. Place Dallin. As soon as we can, we're going to play Silas. The reason we play Silas first is because we're going to go for that insta-ult and not even wait for them to get to full rage on the right side with Dolores and with Idril. Because we're using Laurel, right? We're taking advantage of her talent. When she gets picked up, the allies in range in the immediate squares touching her, they all get 50% of their rage cap. So you can see Silas's damage, it's okay, actually. It's respectable. It's nothing special. It's doing the job, is what I'll say. He's doing it. There's the big trigger. Let's go. Let's pick up, and immediately, as soon as this one comes out, we're going to trigger. As soon as I see, yep, there they go. Trigger. Focus up, Idril. You got a job to do. So Silas is going to take care of that guy. And now it's the same story. So this is where I don't think we're going to get the kill, and this is where Dallin comes to play. Now that Idril's targeting this one, now I'll trigger Silas. We don't need to trigger Silas because of this. He can handle that. We triggered it so we get that boost from Idril's passive that I talked about. Let's see that big damage. It's okay, but I don't think we would get it. It's really tight. We might actually get it. Are we just going to get it? We just got it. Amazing. Ash, this might be the run, baby. So actually, if we fail now, we have a new way we can fix it, and that's I could have held out longer on Silas, potentially, so we'd have more uptime for Silas to pound out at the boss. So let's go there. Come on, Idril, do your thing, buddy. So now we're going to go for a trigger here. Let's get Nyx down. We're going to go for a trigger here with Elwyn. You'll see the increased damage on this one. We did take a nice hit there. Come on, come on, come on. Idril's hurting right now. She might have missed a crit or something. And then pick it off. Idril, what are you doing? Oh my God. It's going to be really close again. Come on, just get your hits. Get your hits. Yes, 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 yes. There we go. All right, could this already be the run? I don't know. Let's try it out. So last place was Elwyn. She can take a hit. We can wait a beat here. We're going to wait for Elwyn to get hit just to be super safe. I will trigger Dolores right away. Yeah, so Elwyn gets hit. She can take a hit. No worries. A little trick you can use with Elwyn's tree assistant. You can place it. It costs 5. You pick it up. You get 8. It's like a cost generator on top of everything. It's just wild. We can place Laurel again. I'm going to leave her down, actually, so we can time this all out really nicely. Because I want everything to line up with Silas pounding out on the boss. Let's wait, let's wait, let's wait. All right, Silas is almost ready. Trigger, and now we can pull up. Let's see what it looks like with Dolores. Did we get the roll? We got the roll. Okay, so we didn't get the roll when we did 20. Let's trigger. Let's trigger. So now Silas and Dolores going absolutely together. We can trigger Nyx too. Nyx hasn't even taken a hit yet. We'll get the Invig on from Lunaria. Lunaria will get one shot, but I don't care. Let's go, let's go. It's looking really good. We can trigger with Elwyn to boost Idril. Yep. Oh, melt job alert. Melt job alert. Let's go. Let's go. Take it out. Take it out. Take it out. Go. We got it. We got it. We got it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All in a day's work. We didn't have to place Volca down. All in a day's work. Let's go. So I'm going to time this out pretty nice. When the countdown gets to about, let's call it a third through, that's when I'm going to choose to place Hot Sit. She's got that pretty good insta ult. Let her get some hits out. I'm going to hold with these guys. I would actually love, and I can do it, I can place Idril, so now we're going to get the damage increase bonuses. Amazing. So trigger, trigger. Now wait, because she only does a square around her. So as long as she's invisible, we're okay. There we go, baby. There we go, baby. Come on. I told you we could get it, Ash. I told you we could get it. Just pick her up right away. Doesn't matter. Lovely stuff. Absolutely lovely stuff. Sir, can you tell that I'm delighted? There you go. My God, let's go. I love doing takeovers. Honestly, I sincerely do. I just sincerely love it. Pick up. Idril time. Give me a little boost. All right, Silas can go down already because that guy's dead, and it's over. Let's go. We did it. We did it. So sometimes it's really smooth. If you guys want to go check it out, I did exactly the same thing for Mad Capper. I did 320 and 321. He was a little bit more prepared with the gear. Not that Ash hasn't been doing just a tremendous job, but Ash has the heroes too, right? Capper also had a Raja, if I'm being honest. But that one, we one-shot both of them. It's not always like that, right? So all in all, this turned into something, but we got it done, huh? Probably should actually beat it before I keep talking. Before I pause and brag. We could also just place Hotset there as a just in case. But there you go, Ash. 321, my friend. Thank you for trusting your account in my hands. So there you go, guys. Big boy damage from Silas. A total melt job. Great job by Nyx. And Idril, the number might not be the highest. It might be third highest, but she is by far the MVP. I'm telling you, she makes it all sing. I love, love, love Idril. There you go, Ash. You've got it. POD, Power Dominance. Gear 3 just in time for the amazing event tomorrow with the increased chance on Infernal Roar, basic attack damage plus 40%. Super fun. Thank you so much for having me. It's literally always a pleasure. And yeah, I'll reiterate one more time, like getting to know you and having you kind of be a friend right now is super awesome. I'm enjoying it so much. So thank you. I love Watcher of Realms. Love all you guys. Like Ash's stuff. Subscribe to Ash. I'm sure you already did. I'll see you in the next one. Share it with your mother.